Hi boys and girls, it's Gummy Mummy. I'm back. Did you miss me? Seven gods help you. Just kidding. I'm here to review Game of Thrones Season 6, Episode 6. And all them sixes ain't easy to say when you've got no teeth, believe me. This episode is called Blood of My Blood, which I found really interesting because a lot of family takes and a bit of reunion things going on, so we'll get to that. We start off with Bran and Mira, and Mira, bless her little heart, even though she's not our fallen brother Hodor, no, I'm never gonna get over that. She's doing her best to get Bran away from the Three-Eyed Raven's cave while he's still having these visions. And we got to see the Mad King. First time I heard him shout burn 'em all, I swear, from the toes to the bow in my hair, I had goosebumps all over my body. It was amazing. They're still being chased by the Whites though, and Bran, even though we got to see the Mad King and a lot of wildfire going on, and I think we might, I'm not quite sure, but we saw Ned and we saw the Tower of Joy and we saw little Bran falling from the tower. I'm not sure if in there in the mix was Jaime Lannister stabbing the Mad King. I might have to watch it a couple hundred more times for research purposes, obviously, to find out, because it was that thick and fast, them visions. But Bran woke up and told Mira that they'd been found, that the Whites had found them, and they were surrounded. And then along comes the brother beyond the wall, which I knew was Benjen Stark all along. I honestly did, because the website, I think it's IMDb, I'm not quite sure, they actually showed a picture of the actor that plays Benjen Stark from season 1, and they put that he was in season 6, but dubbed him the brother beyond the wall. But after people started clocking that and sharing the screenshot around, that was swiftly removed. So there was a bit of a spoiler alert there. Yeah, so Benjen's back. I love that flaming mace chain ball thing that he had. I love that. That was wicked. We cut to Sam and Gilly at Hornhill, on their way to Hornhill in the carriage, and Sam tells Gilly he's not told his family that Gilly is a wildling. Even though she's not that wild, she's a wildling because technically she was born beyond the wall. Sam's mum and sister are lovely, absolutely lovely. I love that bit where, as far as they know, baby Sam is Big Sam's son, and she was like, "I'm your nana," sort of thing, like, "I'm your grandmother," and oh, and how cute is baby Sam now? Oh, for all the growing the other lads have done though, like Rickon and that, I'd expect that lad to be about 6 now, seriously. But no, he's still a little baba, and he's an adorable little thing. We cut to Tommen and the High Sparrow, and the High Sparrow lets Tommen see Margaery. Now Margaery's all repentive and sorry and guilty for her sins, blah blah blah. Don't believe it for a second. We know, I'm sorry, I love Margaery's character, don't get me wrong, but we know what she's like. She's learnt from her grandmother very well. She can be manipulative, she's a very good actress, very good at getting what she wants. I think that's what she's doing. I think she's going to tear down the Fae from the inside. I think it's a ploy. I'm not quite sure yet. That's my little opinion there. We'll see. I don't believe for a second she's turned Nun, put it that way, or turned Scepter, put it that way. We go back to Sam. A lot of toing and froing in this episode, so sorry if this review is confusing, but I like to go scene by scene. So we go back to Sam, and Gilly's had a bath and put in a lovely dress, and does she scrub up well? Oh, she scrubs up better than I do. She does, it look lovely. Oh, Sam's dad, however, what a twonk. I was going to say something else then, but what a git, right? He has one of them resting bitch faces. Resting bastard face, the male equivalent of the resting bitch face. Kind of like Ollie had, like a Walder Frey. Like that. Yeah, one of them, just punching one. Yeah, and the way he treats Sam, what my own father, to be honest with you, can be like that. It's I don't know what it is. It's just like they can't say they're proud of you, that they love you. It's always they've just got to nitpick, you know. But on a bigger scale with Sam's dad, obviously. Yeah, but Gilly stands up for him. But whilst doing so, she lets slip that she's a wildling because she says that Sam actually beat a Then and a White Walker. They don't believe it because obviously no one other than those at the wall and the wildlings that are now south of the wall have seen White Walkers. So they don't believe they exist yet. That's coming. That's coming. That's going to be the last season, I think. Yeah, so Gilly stands up for him and says he's killed a White Walker as they were coming down to Castle Black. So from the north, beyond the wall. So yeah, I really hope Sam gets to prove himself to his dad, preferably by fighting his dad, preferably by killing his dad, because his dad's a twat. I won't miss his dad, put it that way. We got to Arya, and she's watching the show again for the third time, I think she says. I love the bit where when Joffrey, the actor, obviously, or actress, that's playing Joffrey dies, she laughs, and everyone else is like, but she knew Joffrey, she knew what a guess he was, so I love the way she kind of looked at the little Tyrion. That to me seemed like she was saying, cheers mate, I owe you one, to the real Tyrion, but obviously he weren't there, so she was just saying it to the actor. I love that little actor that plays Tyrion, the actor that's acting as Tyrion. It's confusing, I love him. He looks more like the Tyrion from the books than Tyrion does. No offence to Peter Dinklage, who I love, but no, he kind of looks more the Tyrion from the books. He really does. Minus if he got rid of that nose. The young actress that was lip syncing the older actress's lines behind her, what a bitch. She's the one that put out the contract on the older actress that Arya's meant to kill. But instead, I did notice how Arya turned around when the older actress caught her and was talking to her and being nice to her. And she asked Arya what her name was, and she said Mercy. And then she showed her mercy. She knocked the poison brandy, out of her hand and warned her that the younger actress wanted her dead. So now the Faceless God is pissed and the waif is going to be out for blood. But we saw Arya recovering needle from the rocks. So, I think, personally, that moment when Arya blows out that candle, I think that's because Arya is, as we saw, a better fighter when she was blind. I think that's what that is. I think she's going to be there in the dark waiting for this waif, who she probably knows is going to come and get her. I'm hoping she beats her and gets her ass to Westeros. I'm not quite sure yet. Maybe the rest of the no ones will be out for her as well, so she's going to be living her life constantly hunted, but we're going to wait and see. So yes, interesting. We cut to King's Landing, and how many lads out there are disappointed because you thought you'd get to see Marjorie's tits? Sorry lads, you can make do with them. There you go. Well, that's just for you. And my mate Andy, who said my last video needed more boobs. There you go, mate. Yeah, so we go to the Tyrell army that think they're going to be rescuing Marjorie. That went wrong, didn't it? And that speech that Lord Tyrell gave, even Jamie, who's got one hand, wanted to give the double face palm there. He was just like, shut up, get on with it. Yeah, so instead, Tommen and the Faith, the Crown and the Faith, have joined forces, and the King's Guard have a whole new uniform of gold, where the royal crown is inside the 7-point star. And they're ruling together, and their first ruling is that Jamie is banished, sort of. He's been sent on a mission. He's sacked from the King's Guard, sacked as Lord Commander, and he's going to be on a mission to the Riverlands to, I think, take back Riverrun. Which will be interesting, because that's where Brienne's heading. So it'd be cool to see Brienne and Jamie reunited. That would be nice. Jamie's not happy. Jamie's pissed. I think maybe Jamie could even rebel against, it's not like the first time he's done it, he could rebel against the crown, even though the crown is technically his son, even though he doesn't know he's his son and his family. I think he's just going to go and help out with the Battle of Winterfell. Possibly. I don't know. We'll see. We're on episode 6 now, so we've got 7, 8, 9, 10. We know episode 9 is the Battle of the Bastards, which is going to be, I think, the Battle of Winterfell, Jon Snow versus Ramsay. And I'm hoping Tormund lives through it, because I've heard otherwise. That's a little spoiler for you there, I'm sorry. But, yeah, we need Tyrion. I'm hoping the writers change that bit. It might not be true. It was a rumour that there was a guy that was employed as an actor. I think he was playing a wildling, and he had pictures of the crew and stuff, and he basically spoil episode 9 for everyone. Although I'm one of them people, I don't mind spoilers. I like hearing. I mean, it might not come true. I've heard loads of spoilers about this episode that didn't come true. I heard that Benjamin Stark had a flaming sword. Didn't come true. I heard that Marjorie killed the High Sparrow. Didn't come true. No. So we're going to have to wait and see there. But I really hope Tormund lives. I really do, because I love Tormund. I think he's fastly growing to be probably my favourite character next to Tyrion and Littlefinger. I really do. I love him. So we'll have to wait and see. We went to Walder Frey. He's back. Walder Frey cracks me up. He really does. He's a twat. But something about him just cracks me up. Yes, the Blackfish has took back River Run. I weren't 100% sure on that because the information did come from Peter Baelish, so who's not well known for his honesty, is he? Really? No. So yes, he has, and the Brotherhood Without Banners was mentioned. So maybe we might get to see Lady Stoneheart. Maybe. They still have Edmure at the Twins. I honestly thought he was at River Run with his new Frey wife, and, well, not that new, 3 seasons ago, wasn't it, the Red Wedding? So, yeah, no, they're going to have Edmure, they've got Edmure, and they're going to be using him as leverage against the Blackfish to get River Run back. So there's going to be a lot going on at River Run. I think that might be episode 7, 8. Possibly 8, I think, because 9's going to be Battle of the Bastards, so that's going to be the Battle of River Run. So we know that Jaime's heading there, we know that Brienne's heading there, the Freys are heading there. Also, it's going to be big. That's going to be wonderful. I'm quite happy that Jaime mentioned Bronn when he was talking to Cersei, because I was kind of worried, where's Bronn? Is he still around? Is he still alive? I think he's still in King's Landing, myself. I don't think he went back to marry that bird he was meant to marry. I think he's still at King's Landing doing his bit. We'll have to wait and see. He said he was going to get Bronn to kill the High Sparrow, and Cersei's like, shut up, just play the game, because Cersei's not daft either. Play the game and we'll get him, don't worry about it. We went back to Bran and Mira and the Brother Beyond the Wall. I loved how he said that the Three-Eyed Raven lives again. Like, even though he died, he's kind of reincarnated, as it were, in Bran. The powers passed on. So, yeah, and he showed it was Benjen, and he looked like shit, because basically he is, but he's not, Cold Hands. Cold Hands is a brother that was killed by White Walkers, but the magic of the Children of the Forest saved him, and he became Cold Hands, and he rode on a big deer, which Benjen didn't. I think he had a horse. So, but yeah, Benjen is basically a walking corpse that never turned. The Dragonglass saved him. There's a whole lot of mystery going on with the Dragonglass. I really hope that Sam does become a maester or something, or at least just finds a book where we can find out what this deal is with Dragonglass and the White Walkers. Obviously, the White Walkers, we saw the Night King being created with a piece of Dragonglass shoved into his heart, but he became the Night King. So if Benjen had a piece in his heart, why didn't he? I don't know. What's this magic with the Dragonglass? I don't know what's going on. We're gonna... Theories, comments, help, come on. Right, we cut, but before that, sorry, he says that you're going to be ready when you're going to be in, I think he said the land of men, so beyond the wall, back down south, and you'll be ready. And then it immediately cuts to Daenerys. And she's heading to Marine. And I wasn't quite sure if it was going to be there or she's going to do a little drop off in Yunkai. No, she's heading to Marine, and then she wants to build 1,000 ships. So she realises she's going to need at least 1,000 ships for the Second Sons and their Khalasar and the free slaves who want to come and fight for her. Blah blah blah, and the army that she has. That Grey Worm is in charge of. They're going to all come with her to Westeros, and she's going to take back what is hers. That was kind of like, I don't think that's going to be enough for her. Like was said, she's a conqueror, so hail the conquering hero. I don't think the Iron Throne's going to be enough for her. I think she's going to want more. We'll have to wait and see. Although she has got, if she gets it, she's got 7 kingdoms, so you can't really ask for much more paperwork, can you? But no, she says, well, I'll be back in a minute, and she clocks something, and she goes, well, back in a minute, and the next thing we see is Drogon whooshing in, and it took me till the last bit when I realised it was actually Daenerys actually riding him, and I don't, the speech was brilliant, don't get me wrong, I love the speech from the dragon, will you all follow me, blah, 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 but they were already following you, love. Trust me, they've just seen you come out of a burning building with nothing wrong with you, except you've burnt your clothes. That's it, and they saw you naked. That's fine. But yeah, they were already following you. They knew you had dragons, but seeing her ride one was quite cool. But I loved how she mentioned the 3 riders. But she says, I don't choose 3 riders, I choose you lot. But I think the 3 riders is still going to come into play. Now, I'm going to mention here, we do know that HBO have intended 8 seasons. I think it's 8. So this one's going to be the Battle of the North. We're going to have River Run, we're going to have Winterfell, we're going to have all that going on. Oh, my son's woke up from his nap. And then we're going to, next season, I think, have Battle of the South, taking back King's Landing. Possibly Daenerys finally getting her ass to Westeros. Maybe even at the end of this season, we might have it. I don't know. I don't think so. I think she's going to get to Westeros, but the taking of the King's Landing will be season 7. And then season 8 will be after all that fighting and everyone thinks, yay, we can have peace. Here come the White Walkers. Ooh. And then it's going to be everyone else turning around going, oh shit, right, fight together. They're going to have to learn to. So yeah, that's what I think's coming. It's going to be brilliant. And then we're going to have the final battle, the final battle, final battle. I have dreams of the final battle. Oh. Yeah, my son's up. Right, I'm going to have to go before that one gets downstairs. So I will bid you farewell. Keep the love coming, keep the comments coming, all that good stuff. And thank you very much. See you next week. Bye-bye.